we are live, and I'm gonna go ahead and add Kelly. Bringing in Kelly here. So we're a little bit different on our time this week. We are here. It is our regular Wednesday live meeting that we're having, and I hear myself echoing.
It's me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Stop.
It's okay.
I'm the problem. It's me.
So it's not our normal time, but we're shifting now that the Indiegogo fundraiser is over. We are shifting our time, our weekly lives to 2 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm sure those who have been following along weekly are gonna catch on to that. And thank you for those who show up and watch this, and for those who watch this later. So today's topic, we're going to be meeting and bringing on Lonnie from Team Dead Reckoning. She is a rookie. She's a first-year rookie, just like us, and we're going to talk about the challenges that are unique to rookies. And we'll bring her on in just a little bit. We're only going to be about like 15-20 minutes tops, so we won't take up too much of your time. And last week's winner for the Instagram questions and commenting on our live was Little Coop That Could. So thank you for those who asked questions. And so Little Coop That Could will be getting a free Team 185 sticker. And without further ado, Kelly, what updates do we have for the week?
So many. So we first closed our Indiegogo campaign this week on Monday. We did like 2 Instagram lives that day to announce it. We got up to, so our total fundraising amount, we've added everything up from all of the sources we have so far. We're up to $4,909.
Yay!
I know it's a huge number. So this is like the size of like a down payment for our registration. It's like the size, it like, I don't know. It's just so amazing. So it's hard to kind of wrap our heads around still. Our Indiegogo campaign ended, but not to worry. There's still a lot of different ways that you can donate, and you can go to our webpage, which is Rebelle Rally Team185.com. And there's a big pink donate button right there, and it'll take you to any way possible that you can donate and contribute to our team. We're still looking for donations. We're still looking for sponsors. So any little bit helps us out and helps cover our costs. So we want to shout out our final contributors the night of the campaign. Alex, Edgar, John, Kelly, and Ronald. You guys came through. Oh, and Robin, Rowe, you guys came through like the last minute. Like I think I saw a contribution come in at like 11:30 or like 11:50 something p.m. at night. So that was so cool to see. And we really did get to actually wake up and like see a brand new number after we went to bed. So that was really amazing. I closed the raffle for the Off-Roads Vixens hat because we got 10 contributors after I announced it. Tasha Lynn, she got her free hat. And she was so stoked. It was really exciting setting her up with that. Last announcement, our weekly blog on our website is up, and we're giving out a newsletter. We're sending out a newsletter every week now on Thursdays. So please, please, please sign up for our newsletter at our team page, our webpage, so you can get all of our updates throughout the whole summer and all the way up to the rally and even beyond. Hi. Hey, everybody. Hey, so since we didn't have any like questions or topics this week, go ahead, pop questions on the comments here. If you're watching the live, please. So we have rookie teams on for the Rebelle Rally for 2023. So if you have any questions for what's it like to be a rookie, what challenges you have, please pop them into the chat so we can cover them because that's our topic this week. So without further ado, again, we have Lonnie from Team Dead Reckoning. She's Team 147, correct? I don't want to get it wrong. Yes, Team 147.
Our Instagram is Rally Team 147.
Perfect. And yeah, and we're so thankful that she's here today. And we're going to talk about the extra challenges that we get as rookies, because this is our first year.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think Jess has one more, or maybe I said it. I said the call to action. Our call to
That's
action
okay.
this week. We really want you to sign up for our newsletter, because we really want to share as much as we can. Like, that's something that we're really passionate about. We both love to write. We both love to share it. And, we both love social media and just, getting out there and sharing as much as we can. So that's just one way that you can connect with us. Okay, so we have our guest today, Lonnie, from Team Dead Reckoning, Rally Team 147. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself first? I'll stop talking.
I'm Lonnie. I am the driver for Team Dead Reckoning. In regular life, I'm a video producer, and I feel like a lot of that work has helped prep me for the rally. Like, because every time you make a video, you're starting from scratch, you're building a world, and then executing a thing, and there's really long hours and all of that. And so my partner, my navigator, Danielle Heifetz, she is also a video producer. And yeah, like Kelly said, we are rookies this year. We've never competed in the Rebelle before, or any motorsports ever. So yeah, we're starting from zero for sure.
Cool. And we know, so we have in the Rebelle, we have dedicated drivers, we have dedicated navigators, and sometimes those two roles switch off. So Jess and I, neither of us are really it's not that we're committed to one or the other, but we both have strengths in both. So we've decided to switch back and forth. Are you and Danielle, I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyways. Are you and Danielle planning on doing that, or you have dedicated roles?
Absolutely not. I think we are both really devoted to our roles, and that's that's something that we do in our roles as video producers too, that we're sort of bringing to the rally. And I feel like our strength is that we are really good at trusting the other person to own a task. And but having said that, we both need to understand the other role. And that's what I've heard from a lot of veteran Rebelles and veteran Rebelle staff, is that, whether you're dedicated to a role or you're switching like you guys are, you have to understand what's going on in the other seat to be successful in the rally. So that's, we're coming to the rally with that mentality. And yeah, she can't drive my truck. And she doesn't want to.
And that's fair. That's totally fair. Awesome. Well, I prepped a few questions to get ready for this, and this was a question that came up in our bio for our Rebelle Rally biography that's going to go up on the RebelleRally.com page when we get ready to compete. And so I thought it was a really thought-provoking question, and it was, why the Rebelle Rally this year? Why this year? Why finally?
I've known about the Rebelle since I met Emmy Hall, who is an amazing driver, desert racer, and has won the Rebelle a few times with her partner, Rebecca Donaghy. I learned about it from her, I think 2017, and wanted to do it right away. But at the time I owned a Mini Cooper. Well, I still have the Mini Cooper, but they say the car in your driveway is more capable than but I don't think I could do it in a Mini Cooper. So I was waiting to get my Bronco, and waiting for that to take delivery, and that didn't happen until October 2021, which was also the year they had this like horrendous windstorm. It was right in the middle of COVID. Everyone looked so miserable, even though they were doing this thing that seems so awesome. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I've had enough challenges in my life in the past years, dealing with COVID and changing jobs and all of these other things. I'm like, I don't think I need to do that. But I did some trainings. I met a lot of awesome teams, and one of my friends that I met at the training invited me to be her +1 for the gala in 2022. And just watching people make that, do that hard thing that they had, set their sights on the goal and accomplishing the goal, regardless of where you are in, the standings, if you podium, if you don't podium, just making it to that last finish line, to that last base camp, and then partying in the desert with all these amazing women who've done the same thing. I was like, yeah, I've got to do this. Yeah, so I messaged Danielle that night. I had never talked to her about the Rebelle before. I was like, let's do this, and she was game. So
Oh, that's amazing.
we're doing it.
That's amazing. I love that so much, because it's like you saw the aftermath, you saw how real and how amazing, and you saw what was coming through these women after they completed that, and you said, I want that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was very inspirational. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so with all of that, and like seeing all of that and never like preparing for it, and now that you're on the other side of that, preparing for it, like full on, because like I think we all have those moments of like finally, aha, we're like, yes, this is it, we're gonna do it. But now that we're on the other side and we're all preparing for it, and we're literally counting down days, this is what we're going to talk about, is like, what extra challenges do you think that we're overcoming and facing, and rookies coming in for the first year face, that multiple year competitors don't face, and it's not that I think we both face different challenges, and veteran Rebelles do face extra challenges that, we don't necessarily face because we're not at that level yet. But I really just wanted to talk about, what do you think has really impacted you this year in preparing, that you're like, oh, I just wish, I'd just like get it over with and like be on to my second year already.
I think being a rookie, I mean, it's not like you can skip that, right? You always have to have you always have your first time you're doing something. And you can try and prep as much as you can, and you can ask all the questions, but you never really know until you're in it. And, like anything else, like you don't know until you're actually doing it. And so it's hard to know where's the best place to put your time, because we all, like, none of us are professional Rebelle Ralliers. Like, that's not a thing. We all have lives. We have, family obligations, we have work, we have, all kinds of different, strings that are pulling us. And for me, like, it's very, I can like really hyper focus on a goal. But I guess in that way, prepping for the rally is a lot like competing in the rally. It's not just like hyper focus, get it done. It's an endurance thing. It's a thing you do over, the whole year or whatever that you decide to compete. And so I guess it's like that balance of where to best spend your time. Like, at the finish line, I try to think about, what am I going to regret not having spent time doing? Like, I know for sure one thing I'm going to regret is not being as physically fit as I could be, because I sort of, that's an easy thing for me to like push off to the side, because it's not something that's a strength of mine. Whereas like, I joke with my friend Emmy, like, yeah, like I'll show her all the little like tricks that I figured out, and all the things that I've, like all these little like systems that I've built in the track. And she's like, wow, that's so amazing. I'm like, yeah, like it's easy. That stuff is easy for me, like to just order things and like put things together and like try and think through what I might need. But that other bit is hard as a challenge for me. So, yeah, just wondering where I'm putting my energy. Like, am I prepping for something that's not an issue? And what's in my blind spot?
I love your vulnerability, because I feel like we have things like that too, that just and trying to, I guess, change the mindset on it, because there's no way that we're going to be perfect. There's no perfect situation. There's no perfect, like Kelly and I have talked about, if we waited until the perfect situation, we're never going to do this rally. We're going to shoot and move, and we're going to do the very best we can. And I think that that's where we're us all coming together and seeing, like, we're all women who have something going on in their lives. There's some sort of time that's sucking them away. There's some sort of like drama that's happening in all of our lives, but we're still choosing to push forward and show up and do this all together. Like, it's a community. It's a big task that we're willing to take on. So I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Well, and like right away, Danielle was like, if you want to win, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But having said that, like, I mean, I know we're not going to, we're not going to podium. We're not going to be at the top of the leaderboard. We're rookies. But we're going to do our best rally.
Yes.
We're competing with ourselves. We want to do the very best that we can do.
Yes, and you're gonna come out stronger with so much more knowledge and like experiences that you're gonna be able to take for the rest of your life with this. Unlike anything ever that we've done.
I mean, yeah, if it were easy, what would be the point?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that you're talking about you're like ordering stuff and buying stuff and preparing all the things. That's super easy for me, right? And I was just telling Jess about things where I'm like, I didn't even think about this, that, or the other. And I just had Lisa over to help with a different thing, and she's like, so have you gotten your rally computer yet? Because those are back ordered. And I was like, what, back ordered? What? Those get blah blah blah. And I remember you having yours installed in February and thinking, wow, she's really ahead of the game. No, you just knew.
Is it calibrated?
So that's
no, but it's in the truck.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, that I think is another real element to being a rookie is, we haven't gone through those first growing pains, and you have to go through the growing pains to learn what you don't know, and learn what works for you too. And going into our, for those of you that probably no one knows, that there's like this unofficial Facebook Rebelle Rally prepping group that we're all in. And it's like super unofficial and super just rebels, just this like small niche of girls, or women who want to do this thing. And like going and hitting the search function in that Facebook group is probably the most valuable tool for us rookies that we could possibly get, because veterans are constantly commenting like this, or the other. And you can see how much variety of choices they've made over several years. Rookie versus this year versus their third or fifth year. And so hardly anything is consistent, because you're always adapting and changing.
I mean, to jump off from that, I don't know why, but it's like rocking my world that we're starting in Mammoth. I don't know why. Like, I don't know anything different. It's not like, oh yeah, I've been to Tahoe so many times to start the rally. Like, no, I've never done that. But I don't know why. It's like, it's just messing with my head for some reason.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
Like,
it's like the middle of the state. It's like the middle of the Sierras. And I'm like, where are you going to go from there, Emily? Are we going up, down, all around? Sure seems like it.
Circles. We're going to be going in circles. Yeah.
We're going to go in circles, up and down.
Yeah. I'm just like, I can't look back. Like, are we even going to, like, maybe we'll even go to Tahoe. I don't know. Like,
Jess is really excited because she loves Mammoth. She grew up there.
Oh my gosh. I've never been. I'm like, do I need to go there? Like,
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, just like weird stuff like that. It's like, it's like you think the world is a certain way and then you find out it's not, but whatever.
Yeah. And that's the Rebelle. That's what it is. Cool. So we did have one question come in. You want to
before we jump
Yeah.
into that,
Yeah.
please sign up for the newsletter on our website. You can find the link in our bio. It's also just Rebelle Rally Team 185. We're sending out weekly newsletters to give you update on what we're doing. We're writing a weekly blog as well, so you'll be able to see a little clip of that in the blog. We have a feature that's coming out this week from last week's live, which was Team Baby Bronco, so we'll be covering them in this week's blog post. And then next week's topic for our live is going to be a review of the art of the Rebelle. So in Santa Monica tomorrow, there is an event that's called Art of the Rebelle, and it is featuring the fantastic photography that is taken during the last 7 years of the Rebelle Rally. And so I'm going to be going with some friends, and we're going to go and enjoy it, and we're going to see the phenomenal photography, and I will be sharing the kind of like what my thoughts on that. I also really love artwork, and so I think I'm a totally geek about like connecting off-roading competitive rally with like art. I think it just sounds fantastic for me. So that's it. But Kelly, go ahead.
No, and I was going to segue you in. We've got our newsletter, and we've got the Rebelle Rally does a lot of cool stuff outside of the rally, and their photographers are next level. And I was actually like scrolling through their Instagram today to look for like ideas, and I was watching their media footage of last year's rally and just getting chills, because like all of their media coverage and everything is phenomenal. So we did have one question come into the live chat while we were going, and that was Fire Skate Runner, Miss Rowe. She asked, what training are you doing leading up to the starting line? And you can go ahead and share that, Alana.
So we did the 7-day Barlow Adventures training that's in the sand dunes in Glamis, which is also where the rally ends. I'm pretty sure they're not changing that. It'll be this year in February. That was the second time I've taken that course, first time with my partner. And then outside of formal trainings, I met Kelly through just trying to get a bunch of local rebels together, so we can get a little bit of a head start just on learning the navigation part. And then we always end up chit-chatting about, how we've problem solved for certain things or whatever. They're really valuable. You learn a lot from each other. And there's 2 local rebels that have really been helpful. Lisa DeLuca, that Kelly mentioned earlier, who's been amazing, volunteering her time and really, really helping us out. And Tammy Jo Benson, who has a company called The Outspring, where she's trying to promote women-owned outdoor businesses. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Do you know what Tammy Jo's Instagram is?
I think she has one for the Outspring and she has one personal one. I don't know for sure what the personal one is. But the Outspring for sure, you can find that one. And just having those like monthly get-togethers where veteran rebels come and meet with us rookies, and we can just ask any question and they can give us guidance. And so we've done that a few times, and then we're going to venture out. We're going to go meet up at Hollister Hills next month, and Lisa DeLuca has put together some CPs for us, and we're going to go hunt CPs in Hollister Hills and compete against her and her husband, so that should be pretty fun. But just like wherever we can get practice. We went out to Moab, and the X-Cross winner from last year, Melissa Clark, she put together like an enduro practice, and she put together like 20 CPs for us to find in Moab. And so we did that with Amanda Walden of I forget what her team is, but she's another Bronco team that y'all should follow. So just wherever we can try and pick up those skills, test our little systems for, testing what we think might work and making adjustments.
Yeah.
Are you and your teammate in the same area?
Yes. I don't know how you guys are doing it. Danielle lives in San Francisco and I live in the East Bay. So we can get we just have So we meet every Wednesday like you guys do, just to talk about team business and, anything that we need to sort out. And now that we're in, crunch time before the rally, we've converted to one in-person meeting per month. So she'll come here and then we do like test packing and sorting and whatever of the Bronco.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still working out our summer schedule so we can work those things in, but for sure, yeah, it's definitely challenging being we're about like 6.5 hours away. I did do like we were able to match up, like I had, a life event match up with a weekend she had free, and it's not as bad of a drive as as
when you start
we've
thinking
done.
about the rally being 10 hours per day for 10 days or 8 days or whatever it
I
is,
know.
you're like, oh,
It's
I
like
can just
6 hours of
hop over to
driving.
Moab. It's like nothing. I went to Pittsburgh
Yeah.
2 weekends in a row and it was like nothing. I'm like, okay, I need to like keep doing that type of stuff. It's just like every little thing that can, benefit us.
Yeah.
Trying to get those things. Except
right. And yeah, I can help you with that. That's fine. But I mean, counting your your road trips literally as Rebelle prep, Rebelle training. I mean, like I think both Jess and I came off of some really long road trips, and like going to Flagstaff for the Overland Expo, and and then we went to Arizona again, and then I went back down to SoCal again, and that was after we went down to SoCal like 2 times, so it's like just adding all of those things up, it's endurance. It's an endurance game for sure. And
Definitely.
yeah, driving to Utah is like a hop, skip, and a jump, and we're like, oh, that sounds easy.
Yeah, let's go to Moab, whatever.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lonnie, for joining today. Let's wrap up by can you share if anyone can connect with you and on your page for our viewers? We know that you're Rally Team 147 on Instagram. Do you have anything else where people can find you?
We have a team website. It is deadreckoning.team, and created by an amazing design firm called Frank and Victor. They donated that to our team and we're so grateful, and it looks really awesome. And then our art was made by Kristen Nuez of Folk Design. You'll see that on all the pages. That's not really what you asked me, but I feel like I need to plug.
That's okay.
And you can also, we have like a TikTok and whatever, but I just really do Instagram, so that's the biggest one.
Cool. That sounds good.
Oh, and then our
right.
fundraiser, if you feel so inclined, it's on Give Butter. It's Give Butter /Dead Reckoning.
Awesome.
Oh, I love
and
the
it looks
name of your packages. You have fruit bat, vampire bat, hog nose bat, free-tailed bat, ghost bat, and flying fox bat. I like it.
People are like, oh, what's the thing with bats? And we're like, bats are cool.
they are super cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. Cool.
Love it.
All right. Well, we are going to end for today. We are so thankful that you came on to talk to us about what it's like being rookies and what we're doing to prepare for our first year. And yeah, if you guys are local to NorCal, for Rebels watching this, future, past, Lonnie in NorCal has been doing a great job putting meetups together, and she's got one planned in July for Hollister. Hopefully I can come.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
good.
working it out.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
having
your
me.
time. Yeah, thank you, Lonnie. We will be in touch, and we're excited to compete with you. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
See ya.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye.